United Parcel Service, or UPS for short, is one of the largest shipping companies operating globally. But how did UPS, which started in the early 20th century, become one of the largest delivery companies in the United States and later in the world? The history of UPS dates back to the beginning of the 20th century, 1907. But at first, the company was not called UPS, but the American Messenger Company, and was founded by 19-year-old James Casey and another teenager, Claude Ryan. They borrowed the $100 they used to start the company. At first, they delivered documents and letters on foot or by bicycle. They mainly delivered telegrams because most people didn't have telephones. In 1912, the successful company opened its second office. The following year, they merged with a local competitor and purchased their first trucks. Since then, they've painted the trucks in the brown color that the company is known for. The reason for this was to hide how dirty the trucks would get from all the mud. At this time, the founders decided to change their name, since the company mainly focused on transporting goods from store to store. They named the company Merchants Parcel Delivery. In 1927, Ryan, one of the company's founders, left the company. After that, James Casey began to expand the business further, so they started operating in Oakland, California. At that time, the company first adopted the name United Parcel Service, UPS for short. By 1930, UPS was operating throughout the western United States. However, the company, which continued to operate successfully until the 1950s, faced a severe problem in the 50s. The problem was that stores began to deliver goods using their own vehicles. So since people rarely used cars until then, UPS made deliveries. Therefore, in 1953, the company began to expand its delivery service to the public rather than stores. UPS's main competitor in delivering packages for individuals was the United States Postal Service, or USPS for short. By 1975, the company was operating in 48 U.S. states. In addition, UPS had already become a global company and started offering service in Canada. The company's greatest success was its first continuous air transportation in 1953. UPS also operated as UPS Airlines in 1988, and it did express air freight. The main reason UPS became one of the largest cargo companies was the introduction of several innovations. For example, UPS was one of the first companies that used a system to automatically prepare packages for customers. In addition, UPS was the first company to ship cargo and use a private airline. UPS even developed a unique application for drivers to use to reduce left turns and having to stop at red stoplights. Limiting the number of left turns wasn't just about reducing stops at red lights. In general, drivers took more time to turn left at an intersection than to turn right, and left-turning cargo trucks took more time to deliver packages to addresses than if they took a longer route. It may sound strange that turning right is a time saver, but it saved the time of the cargo drivers, who made at least 100 stops a day, delivering packages to up to 100 different addresses. To keep it simple, a UPS driver must deliver packages to 100 addresses in a day. In this case, the system is set up so that the driver uses the maximum number of right turns while delivering packages. In other words, minimize left turns. But the positive sides of this strategy did not end there. Cargo trucks save 300 to 400 million a year in fuel by saving time and moving to addresses by the shortest route. It should also be noted that UPS cargo trucks began reducing left turns in the 1970s. In the end, the main reason for UPS's success was its intelligent strategies and innovations from the start. This shows how important innovation, time-saving, and thoughtful strategies are for today's businesses. The UPS example also shows us that you don't have to be perfect to start, but you must start to be perfect.